Hello, hi. I'm just lying in my bed, and today's Sunday, 22nd of November, 2015. It's about 10:40, something like that, a.m. So anyway, I don't know. I was just sort of thinking about this. I thought about it yesterday, and well, it's sort of like so it's gonna be like a response to ForeverWolfFilms and maybe a bit to Heroin Church regarding this transgender stuff. So I saw ForeverWolf's response to Heroin Church yesterday, and I was thinking about making a response, but then I just thought I'll just. Um, anyway, today. I don't know. I just thought I should make a video, because I'm sort of, even though I don't really participate in the YouTube anti-natalist FLS communities, as I used to. I used to participate a lot, but I don't do it now these days. I just take a backward seat. I still feel like like every now and then, I don't know. I just feel like I am a part of the community, whether I want to or not, because I do uh, consider myself anti-natalist ethicist. First of all, I just want to say, I mean, obviously, trans issues in the big picture. In the big picture, trans issues aren't really that important. What I consider to be the most important uh, thing is the welfare of the sentient creatures in nature. I consider that to be the biggest problem, the animals in nature. The second biggest would be humans and those which we have enslaved, like in factory farms. Those, I would consider that to be the second biggest problem. The first biggest is the nature suffering there, and the second is the human and animal suffering in the human domain, human control, under our direct control anyway, something. So those are the biggest issues from a big picture perspective. But on a personal psychological level, just for me, trans issues is very important to me. So, I'm addressing this topic within that context of it being important to me personally. Something that's important to my life, my sense of identity, my well-being, my psychological well-being. Um, so first, I guess I'll respond to ForeverWolf's I mean, ForeverWolfFilm's response to Heroin Church. So I guess I found that video kind of confusing and a little bit like I didn't know what to make of it. And I think one point in the video, so I would address this to ForeverWolfFilms directly. So one point in the video you make is you say something like, people have misinterpreted you as saying you're against transition, and I can understand why, because I can understand why someone would get that impression that you are against transition or something like that, because even though at one point you say that you know you're not against transition and you think for some people it is very beneficial, and that you say for you personally it's not something that you wanted to do, and I think that's okay. That's a fair statement. No one has to transition. That's up to them. It's like a very personal journey. I wouldn't tell someone you have to do this or do that. That's just really up to them. But the thing that I found a little bit like problematic is because when you later go on to say that you view transitioning as becoming a fake person, and that I found a bit like offensive, because the implication is that if you view the big transitioning, let's say, into a male person as being a fake, then what are you, that implicitly you're saying that people who decide to transition are being fake. So I found that a bit problematic. And you also say that transitioning is like a hole. You use the idea of it's like a hole. I don't want to get stuck into that hole. So, on the one hand, while you say that you are open towards people, it's like it's up to them, your personal view about people who transition as being fake or something is, I just don't think that's a good way of putting it. Um, I could see why someone might be offended when they hear that, because I don't consider me like to be a fake person. I'm just being myself. I mean, it's so hard for trans people to be acknowledged. Like, people don't want us to exist. They think we're either delusional or, like maybe you say fake or whatever. So it's very hard for people to take us seriously. So when you say people who transition are being fake, or your personal view is that if you transition, it's like being fake or something. I don't know. It's just I don't uh, I don't like that. um, so yeah, I just I mean, I didn't hate the video, but I didn't like the video either. Like I said, I've after seeing the video, I just didn't know what was the message. I just felt like it was kind of contradictory and confusing. Like I didn't really understand what you were saying. But like I said, for me personally, I mean, transitioning or being transgender, or that's a very personal journey. It's very, very personal. It's something that's unique to everyone. Even though we might have some shared characteristics, I think it's a very, very personal journey. So, you know, I wouldn't, yeah. It's a very sensitive topic for a lot of people too, I think, and I'm very sensitive about it because I know, I've met with a lot of people who are very unsupportive and very critical, so I'm kind of, I can get hurt easily. No, I'm not gonna say I was hurt by your comments. I just thought they were a bit confusing, and I really didn't think I needed to make a video or whatever. But the reason I wanted to make this video is because I think I should, since you and I are part of this antinatalist community, I thought I would tell you what my thoughts are rather than just sort of keeping it to myself. I consider it respectful, like I'm telling you what I actually think. I'm not, I'm not, you know, like I said, I didn't hate the video. I just didn't like some of the phrases, like calling people who transition fake. I know you didn't call other people fake. You saw yourself as being fake if you did transition. But the implication from that statement is that people who transition are fake. Now that's what you might consider. I don't know. So, so I was really a bit like, really didn't. I felt kind of confused after seeing that video. I didn't know what to make of it, and I thought it was slightly negative towards transitioning. But then again, you say you don't have anything against people who transition, and you think transition might help some people. Well, it has definitely helped me. I can say that for sure. It's definitely helped me feel much better, and so I can attest to that. I guess the second now I'm going to try and respond to Heroin Church. I saw here the video you were responding to, and well, I think I will respond to a video Heroin Church made before this. So it was a response to Anti-Bullshit Man, and in that video, Heroin Church brought up my name, and he said something about like how Anti-Bullshit Man, his views on trans people, and something specifically about me. Like Heroin Church said that Anti-Bullshit Man thinks I'm in a phase or something. Well, again, I didn't respond to that video because I just didn't feel like making a video response. I just didn't want to get into any drama or anything like that. And I just didn't want to get into that. I just don't like conflict. Anyway, so regarding that, I mean, I've made videos responding to Anti-Bullshit Man in the past, but I think all of my videos have been against his ideas. I don't think I've criticized Anti-Bullshit Man personally. I don't know him on a personal level. I've only made videos like I used to, in my old channel, I made a series of videos criticizing his blog post, and I made some video on my current channel. So I've responded to his ideas. So I don't think I've taken personal shots against him, whereas this seems like a personal kind of thing, like, oh, well, Anti-Bullshit Man doesn't know me, he doesn't know what I am like. So my response to Anti-Bullshit Man that he is wrong. He doesn't know me, first of all, so I don't know how he can make that claim. And second, I think his views on trans people, while I really don't, I can only go off what Heroin Church has said. I think his views are kind of inaccurate. Like I said, his views are almost similar to what most people think. Like trans people are delusional. They don't know what they're doing. They're crazy, or like we're fighting so hard for people to take our identities seriously. So his views are kind of like what the mainstream thinks. So it's like kind of ignorant. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Anti-Bullshit Man can have an open mind about this, but I don't want to get into that. Well, I find it offensive. I find his statement that I am in a phase, or I am confused or delusional, or whatever the implication is. I find that to be offensive and bigoted and hurtful and hateful. So there you go. But maybe he might have an open mind and is willing to change his views. So those are the two responses. I'm going to put this on my Yvette Sati channel. Like I said, my Logos for Losers is only for philosophical issues. This is a trans personal issue, so I'm going to put it on my personal channel. But I might leave a link to this video on both ForeverWolfFilms and Heroin Church's videos, maybe, just to let them know that I made a response. So, yeah. Sorry for the lighting. I'm just lying on my bed and just take a bit of a rest before I do my exercises. I didn't do them yesterday.